Hey, what's up everybody? So this looks to be the final build for Moonrise, so we're going to go through a tips, tricks, and cheats video here on how to progress in this game fairly fast and rapidly. There's a lot of cool things, a lot of secret things that you may not know of. The first thing is you always want to spend all of these keys or tickets, whatever you want to call them. These are your Pokeballs over here. You always want to capture as many things as possible. Preferably try and capture two-star or higher Solari Pokemon. You'll notice that each Solari has a star rating, and the higher star rating you'll see will actually generate you more points and more cash. So again, the reason that you want to actually capture Solari every time you can and find a higher ranking Solari is because when you release them, you can hold 60 of them. When you actually release them and get rid of them, you gain a lot of gems and gold. So we're going to release this 2-star right here. You'll notice the star rating right there. So this is a huge cheat, tip, trick, whatever you want to call it. You release into wild, you say confirm, and you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. So we got 500 gold, which that's a lot of gold, guys. Tons and tons of gold. Strength essence to increase your unit's power. And then we also got 15 gems, which is a lot of real money currency. It's crazy. So again, that was a 2-star. If we go and release a 3-star, you're going to get roughly a little bit more. So we'll go over here and release this 3-star right here. It does have a little bit of RNG-ness in it, but you can see we got 970 gold, which is crazy amount of gold for this game. Spirit Essence times 6, so double that, and we got 20 gems, and we also got a rough totem. So you can see as you release a higher star rating character, you get more things. So let's go try and release a 4-star and see how much we actually get here. Look at all that. We got so many things here. We got a fashion token. We got 750 gold. We got 9 armor essence. We got a Warden key. And we got a dungeon ticket. Plus we got an iron chain. So many things there. So of course you are going to want to try and find higher star rating monsters so you can release them to gain a lot of extra gold and a lot of extra gems. So again, you are going to be releasing a lot of monsters. You always want to make sure that your Pokeballs, your keys are gone, because every person, monster, thing that you capture will give you gems. That is the biggest tip that you have right now. Of course, those gems, you're going to want to go and buy these kind of boost things. These 7-day gold boost or 7-day experience boost is going to be the best value for your currency. And you'll see here there's featured stuff. You can buy a bundle, and these big XP bundles or big gold bundles give you 4 of these 7-day gold boosts in here, which is a 40 gem savings. So not too crazy. If you want to just buy a 7-day gold boost, you're going to come into the boost section, scroll all the way over to the right, and it'll be the very last 2 things. So you can get 7 days 100% combat EXP for 260 gems, or you can get 7 days 100% gold boost, 260 gems there. You can buy them and store them up for later. There really is nothing else to buy with the premium currency at this time. You can buy gold directly with it, but when you have 100% gold boost, it's probably going to be better just to go and do a quick farming. You could also buy Solari tokens and fashion tokens. These are the RNG summoning, where you can get any random Solari in this RNG gate. Currently, there is no special or any bonus for doing any summonings. I have a feeling that they will eventually add something similar to like Brave Frontier, where there will be special rare summons that you can only get in there, either for a limited time or, completely exclusive to the Solari token. The fashion token is where you get all the clothing, so those guys are great if you want to deck out your character in several different designs. The next big thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you use your PvP ticket. This is the PvP ticket right here. You go over to the menu, you click on PvP, and you click on Arena. Arena will bring up the draft mode. You can see here you have 3 lives in the draft menu. You want to make sure that you always use your draft ticket. So we are going to retire just to show you. Even if you just come in here, use your draft ticket, retire. You're going to open up and you're going to get some free gold, some free essences, possibly a key, and some other goodies in there. Again, as you get more wins, you gain more points and you get better things. So we're going to go and use that up. This is the start of the draft mode. So you see we have 3 lives again. But the big thing is we're at 0 wins. We have our little treasure box right there. If we click on the retire button again, we will actually be able to acquire all that loot that's in the treasure box. And you'll notice here that this is actually starting to refresh. So we have an 8-hour cooldown. So while we're actually playing and actively PvPing, we can regenerate our cooldown and have one ready to go right when we finish. Because losing 3 times in a row, pretty hard to do. You're going to win a couple fights here and there. Each battle is around 3 to 5 minutes. So it is, this will last you probably around 8 hours. You won't really have any issues. And doing this, you'll be able to store up an extra PvP ticket. So we fight, we play around, we mess around, and then once we're done, we'll be able to have a brand new ticket ready to go right from when we're done with that one. So always be in there, be active, and have this refresh so it can count down and you can get another ticket right away. Those are the biggest tips. You are going to want to use your essences on your main Solari. You're only going to want to use essences around 2 different Solari for the most part in the beginning of the game. You need to focus on leveling up 2 people, and don't do this don't make them all around even. You're going to want to have 1 or 2 monsters that are really, really high level, and they're your main team. So focus on just leveling up, say, this guy. You go to him, you upgrade him, and now you're going to be giving him every essence that you have. And you're just going to raise his level as high as possible, and you're going to mainly be using him as your fighter. And you want to do this roughly, again, for 2 different Solari, so that you always have an active squad that are 2 Solari that are really, really high levels that can just demolish almost anything that you come across. So if we have a level 27 and we have a level 25 fighting against 2 level 15 monsters, just by level and strength alone, our Solari are going to pretty much dominate. So there won't be any need for any real strategy or thinking until you get into the high level gameplay. And the other thing is that all your other Solari, while you are fighting, they actually gain combat experience. So if I just use this character and I just use this character right here to fight the entire time, these guys are still gaining combat experience, and they're still going to go up in levels, on the side. So it's just like an EXP share. So you really only need to use 2 strong Solari, build those 2 Solari up. Do not diversify like this until you are way, way deep in the game and you want to have, a team set up. But for the beginning of the game, just focus on 2 Solari. Possibly even just 1. You may only need 1 Solari to be really, really high level. You could dump all of your essences into 1, but there's the chance that that one may end up dying or may getting stunned, interrupt. So it is always good to have 2 Solari built up strong. And then, of course, you are going to worry about your hero. Your Warden has stats, and as just by fighting you gain combat experience and you level up your Warden as well. Make sure that you click on the gear icon over here. The gear will allow you to put on different spells, different relics, and then also different offensive and defensive gear. You can also change up the clothing with different dyes and clothing designs down here as well. So that's about it right there. But mainly focus on 2 Solari. Make sure that you always use your tickets and your capturable keys, and do the PvP, or at least go into PvP, activate it, so then the cooldown starts on the other one, and then release all the Solari that you don't want. Try and capture as high as stars as you can, but try not to waste any of your Warden keys at all. You want to try and at least capture a 2-star or higher, preferably a 3-star, but sometimes you may be full on keys and you're just going to capture whatever you get. Even a 1-star, if you release a 1-star, you may have a chance of getting some gems, and these are really, really valuable. The real money currency right here in the game, and it's so cool that you can actually gain a whole bunch of these by releasing Solari. So if you actually just go and do this, you get around 1.5 keys every hour, meaning you're getting around 24 keys a day if you actually are on top of it. If you get around 10 gems every key, that's 240 free gems every single day just by playing and releasing the Solari. You'll also get bonus keys and stuff by releasing Solari and in the dungeons. So you can potentially gain around 300 free gems just by releasing Solari, and then you can also get other free gems by doing dungeons and collecting items in there and completing quests. So there's tons and tons of free gems. Do not buy any gems currently as it is. It is a very, very big waste of money, and overall this is a great free-to-play game, and I hope to see you around. If you want to invite me, there is a chat menu. Go ahead and input my friend code right there. It is 6759. Go ahead and add me as a friend, and I'm happy to accept all your guys' friends' requests, and I will see you guys in game, and let's PvP sometime.